Hello everyone, I've made this video today to spread light on the moderation abusers on Forsaken. This has been a long-standing issue with the game, and many of you are no stranger to that. Unfortunately, it's become a long-term staple inside of Forsaken. Many people have been victim to such with no defense to cover them. This has been completely unacceptable in terms of a professional development team. This is going to be a really long video, so grab your Bloxy Cola, grab some chicken, and strap in. Let me tell you a story. Me and my friends hopped on Forsaken, just like any other day. We felt happy. We felt happy to play this game. We all felt the peace and comfort that this game has to hold for us. Because Forsaken has genuinely become our comfort zone. We have always loved to play Forsaken since the very release of the game. Yes, Forsaken has felt completely unfair sometimes. We have gotten so mad at this game, to the point it felt completely hopeless to even play anymore. I mean, why would you just want to die over and over and over to some unfair balance changes that the devs have randomly put out in this game? But even then, we still kept coming back. We all feel at peace until a Forsaken moderator joins the game. We're all pretty excited because they had skins that no one else had, like Soiji guest skin. They had a 1-act skin that no one in our friend group has even seen before. We were all hyped as we all wanted to see this. We all know how Forsaken moderators could be with their admin abuse. It's all been fun so far. Why would we suspect anything? We didn't. We only expected fun. We never would have even guessed that today could have been the day that my hard-earned Forsaken account would try to get banned just because an unstable Forsaken moderator couldn't even handle themselves. Meet Bellis. Bells? I don't know. The one who started it all. It all happened because they wrongfully assumed that I was teaming with my friend FN in a game where I was killer. Here's the game that started it all. I'm sorry there's no audio, but I just got new gaming equipment and my headphones have like a weird synergy with OBS. Therefore, I didn't get audio of this gameplay, so please bear with me. I started this game out with any other game. I run straight to the survivors, like you should. I then put my minions down because they're very good extra map pressure. I tried to walk speed here to get closer to the Elliot, but I failed miserably. I keep chasing the Elliot because he's the closest to me and he is the most support that the team has. Okay, so right here is the exact moment where I see the guest and the chance on the gen. The chance is my friend, but we're not teaming here. I walk speed to close distance and hopefully hit one of them. Okay, so the guest just stunned me, and my friend is right next to me on the gen. So I have two options. I could just completely ignore my friend on the gen and go straight for the guest. Alternatively, I could let the guest get away and I can go straight for my friend. And with the knowledge I have, I know my friend has taken a very long break from Forsaken, so I know he's probably not that good. And here I'm assuming that the guest is much better than him and much better than anyone else on the team since he's literally a Forsaken moderator. And with the knowledge I have, I know that there's 3 minutes for me to kill him, obviously assuming that he's the better player. So, here's what I do. I hit my friend, punishing him for being on the gen, then I keep chasing after the guest. I punish him for missing his charge. I keep going after him because it'd be completely dumb to chase anyone else at this point. My minions for extra pressure. He drinks a Bloxy Cola, so I wait for him to finish, then quickly close him off because he runs around me. So I run straight into where he's going, causing him to lose a lot of stamina. So I quickly catch up. He successfully predicts my M1, but he misses, so I punish him hard with my walk speed override. I keep chasing after him just in case I have to land another hit, but they succumb to the burn damage. Besides that, nothing notable even happened that round. Me and my friends' theory is that they honestly just got pressed and wanted to start something with me just because I killed them. They later went on to complain about their team, saying that the chance wasn't helping at all, and the speculation that me and the chance might be teaming. While it's obviously okay to speculate, but that early when you have no proof of me and my friend teaming is just silly to think. I decide to defend myself saying that he is my friend but we're not teaming, because I want to tell the truth with defending myself at the same time. They went on saying it's weird but I'm not going to question it further, which would be great. We could have left it at that. But unfortunately, they lied. Next, they go on to say, yo wait, what do you mean he's your friend but not teaming? Reinstating what I just said. So, I get confused and I ask, what? I said, is it wrong to play with friends? Because here I'm just genuinely confused by what he means. As per in the Forsaken rulebook, it only describes teaming as deliberately avoiding friends, saving them for last or later, or just letting them win, of course. Now, in that round, I do agree. I did save him for later, but I didn't see him any other match in the round until it was 2 people left. And I know my weaknesses, and I know I'm really bad against 2-times. I know I would lose, especially because 2-time has 110 health at last man standing. He goes on to say that's not at all what's being asked, when it literally is. Now I'm even more confused, just sitting there wondering what is he even asking me at this point. Just through his text, you can just feel how pressed he's getting, and it really shows in the next segment. This skin, the one next at the beginning of the video, oh, that wasn't just for show. This is the 1x skin. Completely unfair. It's evident that this moderator used a skin only for the sake of winning. What's the problem with the skin, you may ask? Well, it literally has auto aim. You don't even have to try. You just press entanglement or mass infection, it aims for you. Not to mention that the cooldowns are literally less than 10 seconds. I find it absolutely hilarious that he needs to use a special admin skin to beat me, or even to win for that matter. How do I know that he's not just like trolling around? Well, through this entire time, he doesn't change skins a single time. He just uses his admin powers to win every single game. And what are we even supposed to do about it? We can't do anything about it. I mean, we try. And what's it do? We can't win against a no-skill skin. Anyway, he says feel free to reread. And so I respond back, dude, I don't understand the issue. We're friends, we play this game together, and we aren't working together as separate parties. I don't know what I did. Because I think this whole situation is just stupid when he drags it on for nothing. For no reason. He says, but you left him alone because he's your friend. I respond, no. He says, correct me if I'm wrong. I said, I was in chase. Because I'm not just going to stop for him when I'm already chasing someone. I already explained this to you guys earlier. My other friend in the server, being the nice person she is, defends me, saying, bro, it's normal to leave people on gens. And this absolute cornball responds, not when they're half and you're directly next to them. And then my friend says, like, most people do that. And then he says, okay, in 7, if I was the killer and I was this close, would I leave you normally? To put it in perspective, he was, unquote, reenacting when she was in 7 and they were in another round. So for this one, there's not even that much to really even say. The moderator just said it's considered teaming if it's outside of under 2 people most times. And so my friend just said, fine, okay, bro, I'm not going to endlessly fight with you on something small. Just seems unfair to call out teaming for something like that. And then he just keeps on yapping. Oh, I'm talking about someone leaving someone teaming, but not owning up to it. Assume. LOL. Okay, man, really? Running away from a teammate and help? When you said LOL, it was in this round when he was looping me, and he was just straight up being toxic. Not much to say about that. Trying to get me banned when you're just straight up being toxic is kind of wild. I can just skip to the next part, because I have nothing to say about this. Guess what? Well, you probably guessed right, because they're using the skin again. Wow. What a shocker, dude. At this point in the story, my other friend joined me, and I told him what was going on. He DM'd the moderator asking what was going on, and guess what? They lied. Whoa. Basically, what was said is my friend DM'd them saying, yo, don't say someone is teaming without proof. And they responded, okay, let me run this down for you real quick, because you weren't here. They were teaming, basically confessed to it, even had it ran through by mods. But I don't want them banned. I want them to admit it was scummy and learn. Alright, so first of all, man, when did I ever confess to it? I confessed that he was my friend, and not that we were teaming. Because we never even were. I get wanting to catch someone teaming, wanting to try to ban someone, but going straight off of assumptions at this point, because this is all it is. He's just assuming, and whatever he thinks, whatever he's thinking is just true in his mind right now. There is no good proof or evidence that this guy has ever had to just straight up assume and say that I confess to this. I confess to having friends in the server. Is it wrong to have friends in a Forsaken server? Next thing that this degenerate mentions is that they don't want me banned, but they want me to admit it was scummy and learn from it. I have done nothing wrong, and you have no proof that I have even done something wrong, and they still want me to admit to nothing. You have to use developer killers to win, and you just want to hear that you're right. How would it get any worse than this? Me, so confused. I ask again what I did. I said, please explain to me what I did. They said, oh, you left your friend for no good reason, and you're saying that you didn't team despite teaming, lol. They're still not giving me a good answer, because they don't have one. They don't have an extra fallback because their first plan didn't work. Then, I see them spamming in chat, and then I realize who they're talking to. And then I realize it's one of their friends. But then I realize it's another moderator. Maybe he can help us. Maybe he can resolve this. Maybe he is the hope that we were looking for. Well, as a recurring theme in this video, hope soon turned to rot. And, well, meet Alex, the second moderator in the story. My friend said he was much easier to talk to, and I even recognized him. I knew he was a Forsaken animator and modeler, and I loved his works. He was even playing the classic Cool Kid moveset, which I actually loved, because that was my favorite version of Cool Kid. I knew we'd get along great. I just knew it. I just had the feeling that he was just such a good person. We were going to get along great. So I told him about the issue, and he... Oh. Well, this is getting repetitive. Yes, that's right. He was completely on the other moderator's side. I told him, I have it all in recording. They made a huge deal out of nothing because they thought I was teaming when I'm not. Right when they stopped dragging the crap out of it, you joined. And they were also being toxic. I just told them they were using dev killers just to win, when it's not even fair in the slightest. And they just responded bluntly, not caring not giving a of what we had to think, feel, or say. Why are we still talking about a nothing burger situation that happened like 30 minutes ago? Like nobody got banned or anything. So what's the problem? Really? What's the problem? The problem is that you wayward, unfair mods are benefiting your worthless ego points on our own demise. You know? The people who can't do anything. Teaming? Well, that's a bit ironic. So, there was a bit of back and forth between two parties. Obviously. And I decided to point them out that they're teaming. They're the ones teaming. That they are almost definitely either texting or on call together. Because it's just so obvious. So I say that. They hit me with 3 question marks. I'm just like, you know it's true. Because it has to be. I mean, there's just no way in hell that this guy just so magically joins and is so on their side, because in what magical world does that happen? I mean, come on, dude. Well, at this point, we're both fed up with each other. Like, badly. I'm so confused about what I did, and I know they're just being jerks, but I just continue playing. Until, of course, this happens. Oh, really? Server space required? How petty are you? Did I really hurt your feelings that much? I mean, come on, man. And then I can't rejoin because there's too many people in the server. So I tell my friends who's still in the server to screen share, and they scream at me not to join because apparently they snitched on me to higher moderation. They were gonna get me banned for doing absolutely nothing. How immature can you be? I have a few words. I've always wanted to be a Forsaken developer. It's people like you who keep me away from this. You remind me of what I don't want to join. And the higher ups who might see this, please, for the love of God, check who you're hiring. That's all I ask.